I'm Dr. Shishir from Jagjivanram Railway Hospital, Mumbai. I will go with a case presentation, then I will go. 55-year male presented to with me, inferior MI, left system normal, right system shows diffuse lesion from the ostium of the RCA till the mid to distal. So going ahead, pre-dilatation 2.75 to 15. Then I put a stent that is 348 suboptimally. Then I little bit pull the stent balloon, post-dilated optimally, then ostial flaring, then post-dilatation 312, and you can see there is a dissection. So there is a stent and edge dissection. So then what next? I thought let me have one more stent, that is 2.616, but that is not negotiating. So there is entangled between the ostium of the RC and the second stent, and in between that, when I've done some inadvertently, so there occurs the balloon of the stent came out little bit. So now I'm not in a position to deploy the stent there, neither I can take the stent in between. And at that point of time, my patient started having pain because distal there is dissection, proximally there is occlusion. And what next? I'm not able to take one more wire to cross the stent there, neither I'm taking the stent in or taking the stent out. In between what happened, I can saw there is crumbling of the stent, and at that point of time, my snare also didn't work, what was available normally. So the second stent, now it hanging in aorta, and there is no stent balloon inside also, and there is a little bit support from the wire also. So what happened, I changed my mind from a radial to femoral, went with the femoral, and the femoral approach. And I at that point of time, I thought what happened to my RCS. So I was not negotiating. Going ahead, serial balloon dilation 1.50, I got some result, and it's flowing. So in between what happened, so now I took a one more radial, I could notice the second stent is hanging in the aorta, neither it is supporting, no guide support, no wire, no balloon. So I don't know how it is hanging and by which support. So let me have something, what is happening to my hanging stent and what happened to my RCA. Now you can see the uniformity of the stent is no more there. In one side there is two layers of stent, and the other side there is no stent. So I thought the uniformity what I deployed stent is no more there. So what is next? Patient having pain, and whether I will fix my RCA or I will take the snare out. But I thought there is some support for which my crumble stump is hanging in the aorta. If I fix my RCA, then I may fix the support of the stent, what is getting it from the wall of the RCA. So I may not, in the second stage, I may not keep the snaring out. So at that point of time, if I didn't snare, so it can migrate anywhere. So looking ahead, I thought, let me have snaring up out. So I made the indigenous snare, and with the help of that, I was able to take the snare out, and the diploid stent and the second stent came out as piggybacking of the stent. You can see the crumbling of the stent, and the whole stent, the 348 stem, came out as a piggybacking. So this is piggybacking stent. Finally, then I went ahead and I deployed the distal stent, pre-dilatation, further one more stent, and post-dilatation, flaring up. Then I go there. Then the question come to me, what wrong went at the distal abdomen? Why I got it as stent edge dissection? So poor bed preparation, yes. I landed the stent in a significant plaque area, eccentric calcium, there is no, so it was the attenuated plaque or calcified plaque and overstretching of the vessel that could lead to mine. So when I go into literature, so stent edge is defined, it is unintentional tearing of the vessel or adjacent to the stent, either the 5 mm proximal or distal to the stent. After the stent under expansion, so this is stent edge dissection is one of the most critical part of the stent. So angioplasty, nothing, it is a stretching of the vessel or distributed plaque. So far as DS leading to stent dissection is concerned, it can vary from 19 to 38 or even 45, so far as OCT. So let me analyze when we are doing some imaging, what is the depth of stent dissection, what is the angle, what is the area what is left to after the stent dissection, and what is the length of. So you can see this is the angle. So this is the depth, this is the length. So the stent dissection can be intimal, medial, or or extramedial, or in medial we can have that intramural dissection. So you can see this dissection limited to intima, some go to media or intramural hematoma, the type. So the data, there is a adaptation, IVAS stent, they also find the M was the prevalence or morphological phase, morphology of the dissection, then what is the outcome if you left that stent dissection alone, or what is the criteria. So they have done more about 2,500 cases, and they found the overall stent dissection is 6.6 in IVAS, and they found the predictor of the proximal stent dissection is if there is a plaque, whether it is calcified or it is attenuated, and the overstretching. Don't overstretch. Anyway, better is always enemy of the good. So proximal end expansion or distal end expansion, overstretching leads to stent dissection, and proximally calcified plaque or distally attenuated plaque. And 1 year follow-up, they found that TLR is more when there is a stent dissection, and if the minimal lumen area is less than 1.5, it is more likely. So they conclude greater expansion or calcified plaque is the predictor, and subsequently we can found the clinical presentation. We can have a STEMI is one predictor, and plaque type, and if you landed in a stent more than 50 plaque, or morphology if you are having ascentesis of calcium, or if you are high pressure overdilatation. So what is the criteria?
Okay, we're going to have to.
Okay, just so more than 200 millimicron, then medially angle more than 60, or length is what is the lumen area available more than less than 4, or length is more than 3. So they are predictors. So this is the some example, intramural hematoma. So the intramural hematoma, you can lead, you can either stenting, so dissection, you can have a stenting or DV, or minor dissection, you can leave it. And intramural hematoma, I can have ballooning or some sort of cutting balloon or a stenting. So take home message will stent dissection is a procedural complication, but it may lead to malignant course, and imaging plays a greater role. Stick to the basic and never overstretch, and because better is enemy of good. And if you fail to, this is the last line we need to have with your mind. If you fail to prepare, be prepared to fail. Thank you.